Hey guys, what's up? It's Emmy at the Cookie Nook. Welcome back. This week we're doing some Memorial Day cookies. So we've got our stars, our hearts, and of course popsicles, because Memorial Day is kind of like kicking off the summer feeling, right? So we are going to start as usual with massaging our bags to mix the icing colors back together, because they could have separated. The water could have separated some of the color, so you just kind of rub them back together. I like to knot mine at the top. They are heat sealed, but feel free to knot them off too. It just makes it so that there's a nice amount of pressure when you're piping. Okay, so go ahead and rub those bags. And if you need to pause to make sure that they're good and mixed back together, go ahead. And then when you're ready, you're going to grab some scissors, and we're gonna cut just a tiny tip in each bag. It's about that big. Okay, and then find the little piece you cut off and make sure you move it out of the way. This one, move it out of the way. And this one. All right, make sure you get those out of the way because you don't want little pieces of plastic. So you can get your scissors out of the way now. You're not going to need those again. You will need your sprinkles, maybe a paper towel, and the toothpick that came in your kit as well. And we are going to start with the blue and the popsicle. Okay, so for your popsicle, we're leaving the bottom part plain because that's like the stick. And the cookie is already the right color for the stick. So we're gonna start with outlining. Now you might wanna squirt a little bit out on a paper towel just to make sure it's not watery, that you've mixed it back together. And hold your icing bag at the top like I am, so you have a nice grip on it, and just hover over the cookie. Now I kind of didn't get all the way to the edge there, so I'm going back. And then right away I'm actually going to flood this one because we want this to have enough time to crust over. So now you're just going back and filling in. So really just follow your lines here going around, making sure you're putting enough icing in there. You don't want to leave empty spots. Okay, so once you have it flooded, I'm going to shake it to smooth it out, and then I'm just going to go back over to this corner here. It looks a little bit sloppy on mine, so that's all right. We're just gonna fix it up with the toothpick. If I just circle, it's gonna move the icing where I want it to go. All right, and you can clean up the edges with your toothpick too. So if it's flowing over a little bit there, just clean it up. Or don't, whatever you prefer. Okay, so now we're gonna let that crust over. And while that is sitting, let's bring our heart in, okay? So for the heart, we're gonna need our red and our white and some sprinkles. So we're going to start by outlining in red. So remember, when you outline, we're hovering above. Now, if you fall a little bit behind, that's the good thing about YouTube, you just pause it. And when you're ready, you jump back in. Okay, so Now that we have our outline, I'm gonna go back and flood it. So just filling it in. Do you ever watch those videos of people icing cookies and they speed it up? So it looks a lot quicker than it really is. Because that flooding right there just took a little bit. Clean up my edge there. Oh, sorry, hit the camera. All right, and now I'm gonna shake it out to smooth it. So sometimes you can just stick your toothpick right in and shake it if you don't want to pick up your cookie. I had gotten really close to the edge there, so I don't want to pick this one up. Okay, and then while this is still wet, I'm gonna take my white and add some polka dots. You can do big ones and small ones all over. Maybe cover up any spots that didn't end up as smooth. And then again, you can kind of poke at it, poke at the polka dots to get them to settle in there. And then for this one, I like to just take a pinch of my sprinkles and go in one corner. But you could do it however you want. If you want to cover the whole cookie with some sprinkles, you can. For me, I don't want to bite into a whole bunch of sprinkles, so that's why I'm just doing one corner. Okay? And then you're done with your heart cookie. And we're going to move that out of the way. All right, and now we're gonna bring in our star. Now the star is probably gonna be the trickier one out of the three. It's almost like a tie-dye star. Okay, so we're gonna start with outlining in blue. Now for this one, you might want to watch me do it first. Like do the whole cookie and then do it on yours, just because there's a couple steps to this one. So if you just put down your stuff and watch it, it doesn't take long to do this cookie, and then go back and do it. Okay, so we flood it all blue, shake it out, and now while it's wet, we want to get our other colors in. So at each point of the star, we're going to start with just a red line going across, and then go down a little bit and add a white line. So it's almost like you could even possibly go a little bit under and do a circle like this. And then a red one. So right now it's kind of reminding me of Captain America or something. I'm going to do another white. And then just a dot of red. Now, with your toothpick, we're going to start in the middle and we're going to pull up to each point on the star. And then I clean my toothpick off. Pull up to the middle of the points. Okay, just dragging it through. Drag it through, drag it through. Now, at the edge of each point, I'm gonna drag down. So now this time I'm going from the outside and pulling into the middle, pulling down. So now you're just going to the edge of each point. Now, you don't have to be as precise and calculated with how you pull it down as I'm being. You just want to start pulling up and then pulling down, you can. But look at that cool design you end up with, and then shake it out. See, you don't want to take too long doing your lines and pulling them out because then it won't get smooth again, okay? You could even throw a couple sprinkles on there if you want. Okay, love that design. So cool. So see, that's why I want you guys to wait on that one and watch it first so that then you can go back and get it all done in one step. All right, now it's time for our popsicle. So on top, our blue has started to crust now. So now we can add our next layer because we want it to sit on top of the blue. We don't want it to melt together like we did want in this one. Right? We wanted those colors to melt and be at the same level. This one we want dimension. So you're starting about a little less than halfway down and just outlining around. And then we're gonna add just some drips here. Okay, see that? Then we're gonna go back and fill that in. We're gonna flood it white in that section. And then shake it. And now I'm gonna try just to add sprinkles to the white. The blue is gonna have crusted, so they're not gonna stick to the blue so much, but depending on how much time went by, I want to just be careful enough. There we go. Okay, and there's our set. All right, so send me some pictures, and I would love to hear some suggestions of what kits you want next. I was thinking rainbow fish, some unicorns. There we go. Move it so you can see that kit better. Maybe pirates and mermaids, or just a summer theme. So let me know what you guys think. All right, have fun. Bye.